Welcome to Game Pass News, recorded Tuesday, June 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our Xbox Showcase predictions episode. So get ready, put your quarter in the Zoltar machine, which is Sean, Nick, and Tim, and we are going to give you all the predictions that Xbox has, and maybe we'll even get one right. So let's get going. Mr. Sean Abbott, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. I've been thoroughly enjoying the Chubbies bracket. It's got me back to running. I did my first 10K of this year this morning, which was nice. Nice ample 61 minutes.
That is impressive. 6 miles, man. I'm out on that. I mean I've done it previously, but I couldn't do it right now. Maybe in a little bit.
I finally managed to find a way of hitting the runner's high, which I used to get all the time when I was running. I've kind of got back into that pace, so I'm happy. I got to 5K and I was like, I'm going to keep going. And then I got to 7K. I was like, I'm really far away from home, so I best start running back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I got to get back somehow. And if you're wondering, who the heck is this guy who's holding down the beard, the manly man look down here? That is Mr. Tim Off of the Nintendo Dads. Probably no introduction needed. You know who he is. But Tim, man, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing great after a whirlwind of all kinds of going-ons in my household, and not being on the Nintendo Dad show for a couple weeks. I almost feel like I'm a little rusty and doing anything like this. I almost felt like I was just watching you guys on Twitch or something. And then I was like, wait, I'm here. I'm actually here. Wait a minute.
Oh, he's talking to me. Wow, look at that. I broke the fourth wall. Yeah,
right.
That is, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. We're excited to just act like we know what the heck Xbox is going to do. And probably they'll do something completely and utterly different than we all say. But predictions, this is like my favorite time. I just love doing this and being wrong and then laughing about it and then seeing what awesome stuff they have for us. Hopefully awesome.
It's like trying to guess what you've got for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Hey, Neoprime33 just subscribed. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Man.
That's
all
crazy.
You got to do is have this guy on. We just have to remember that. Jeez.
4 months. 4 months of
Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I do before we start on the predictions and all that jazz, I want to kind of go over the format and give a shout out to Carpool Gaming. I don't know if they stole it from somebody, but we stole it from them. Like we just literally stole this from them. Okay, so thanks Sean and Ryan Turford and that whole group over there. This is how I listen to them. To Sean and Justin do this with for Nintendo, and then I listen to Sean and Ryan do this for the Xbox. So one person says a prediction, the other two rate it 1 to 10. If you think it's likely to happen, you give it a 1. If you think it's unlikely to happen, you give it a 10. And if it comes true, that's the amount of points you get. We'll do about 5 of these, and then we might have a 6th bonus one or something like that. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out from there. But that is the overall thing that we're doing. Also, thank you again to Simple Monk, who also just subscribed with Prime. Really appreciate you, man. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's start this prediction train going. And because you are our guest, Mr. Tim, you get to go first. What is your first prediction about the Xbox Showcase?
Okay, so this is the hard part. Like, I wrote a bunch of notes. I didn't put it in any kind of order.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to figure out, do I want to, just go hard right now and just go crazy, or just go simple? I'm going to predict, my first prediction is going to be that Microsoft drops a Gears of War collection.
Gears of War. Do you think it's going to be like, what do you think is going to be in it?
I think it's going to be similar to the Halo collection. So it'll be your main series games that will be in that collection.
I
So
think
will it be 1 through 5? I don't think it would be 1 through 5. I think probably
I
be
mean,
1 through 4.
that would be a lot of games. I think that. What do you think, Sean? I think that could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I had something down for that, so now I can't now use that. So
That's
I will
right,
cross
that's
that
right.
off my list. What weight is it? 1 to 10.
1 to
10
10.
being
10,
like
10
no
being
way,
like
that's
there ain't
never going to
no way
work.
it's happening.
The likelihood of this, I'm going to say, I'm going to go halfway at 5. Because my belief on that was that they are coming with Gears of War 6 teaser and potentially a new first-person style IP from that developer studio. So yeah, I'm going to give this a 5. I think they have things in the works where they don't need to do a collection. So
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go 6 is what I'm gonna give on that one. And yeah, so 11 points altogether for that one if the Gears of War collection comes through, which I mean it would be really cool if it would. I'd love to see it. Mr. Sean, what do you got, man? What's your next prediction? And chat, jump in, man. If you got predictions, let us know. You feel free to tell us what you think.
I'm going to go with the Initiative coming out with some Perfect Dark gameplay. I think we're going to see a trailer for the new Perfect Dark game from the Initiative.
And it's going to have gameplay in it.
Yeah, I think we're going to I think we're going to see gameplay footage. I think there's been a lot of shout online for remasters and things like that. So I've got a feeling that they've been working on this in the background. So, and they've been really quiet. So the Initiative hasn't shared anything. Xbox Studios haven't said much about what they're working on. So this is one of those that it's an unlisted project in the works. So I think it's going to be Perfect Dark.
So we chatted a little bit ago that the Initiative, not a little bit ago, like a month ago, that the Initiative was in like all kinds of brokenness, that they were having some real issues with the development team. I think there's definitely going to be Perfect Dark in this showcase. So like if you just said they'll show Perfect Dark, I'd be like, well, I'll give you like a 2. But because it's gameplay, I'll give you a 4. I just don't think they're ready to show gameplay yet. What do you think, Tim?
I had this on my list too, not necessarily gameplay, but I did have Perfect Dark on there, the new version of that Initiative's version, and I'm going to say 5.
5?
Because I think it's because you mentioned gameplay. It would have been if it was just a video or something, but you said gameplay. I almost think I'm going to change it to 6 if you don't mind. I'm going to say
sure,
6.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
you can do whatever you want, Tim.
You're the big show.
Right.
So yeah, I think because of the gameplay is what are they going to show gameplay? Is it that ready? We'll see. I hope I'm wrong, to be honest. So, because that would be awesome to see. But like you said, the turmoil, all the issues almost seems like a Metroid Prime type 4 type thing going on there. Yeah, a 6, I think I feel better about that one. So hopefully you get the points, because I would love to see gameplay for that. That'd be awesome.
Okay.
Next surprises.
Yeah, I am going to. I'm gonna be interested to see how you guys score this one, because I'm not certain if it's like that big of a deal or not. It seemed like it was when I wrote it down, but now I'm not so sure. I think when they bring up PC Game Pass, you are going to see a Stream Deck come up on the showcase, and they are going to show it running on. They are going to show a Stream Deck running some type of version of PC Game Pass. I think Phil has been very cozy with Valve and I called it a Stream Deck. Sorry, gosh, I just cannot do it. I like look at this thing all day long. Steam, or I called it.
I knew what you meant.
Yes,
I knew what you meant.
Yes, thank you. So I think you're going to see a Steam Deck in this show running PC Game Pass, and they're going to be flipping through some games in it just to show that they can run it. It's out in the wild now. People are starting to get it, and they want to make sure that you understand that it can run.
Oh, I agree with you. The working with Valve really closely. I didn't even think about hardware stuff, so that's like a curveball from my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even think that either.
I'm going to go with a 4, just because I think they do want this to go mobile for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to debate that, because it seems like, it would be not necessarily what Phil would do to say, oh, well, Nintendo won't let us have Game Pass on their Switch, so let's go with Valve and their Steam Deck and make our stuff mobile there. I don't think that's how Phil works, but now that the opportunity's there, I could see that. Now that you point that out, that's a good one. I like that. If that comes true, man, I would probably put in an order for a Steam Deck. So
I can get you one in the UK for £700 and ship it to you.
Yeah, there we go.
I've seen one for wild.
All right, I'm gonna agree with 4. I agree with the 4 that Sean.
All right, I'll take 8. So just to tell you, when we chatted, Phil had the conversation of like, hey, we really like the Steam Deck because of its open environment. And this was kind of on the back of a bunch of Nintendo Xbox rumors. And he had said something in the sense of like, we aren't interested in closed systems anymore. And if systems want our ecosystem, they need to take all of it, not just by piecemeal. It was something paraphrased like that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me think that I think they went to Nintendo and said, hey, how can we work?
Oh yeah.
And Nintendo said, only if you give us this game and this game and this game. That's all we want. Then they were like, no, that's not how this is going to go. And so then they ended up parting ways in that form. So
yeah.
And I think Valve is much more open. Obviously, I mean, it's an open source or something like that in the Steam Deck. So, all right, that's
what would be
1.
really cool is if they came out like had some sort of package deal where you could get a Steam Deck, an Xbox version Steam Deck or something like that, or Game Pass version Steam Deck.
Before we move
green
on,
stuff.
Oh, that would be really like some Halo version Steam Deck.
Yeah, Halo or some green Xbox green on it.
Yeah, man. I don't know if they're that cozy, but if they could do it, that would be awesome. Ninja Lunchbox has been throwing some stuff in here. Kojima's Xbox exclusive he has been working on might show. Halo Infinite is a definite. I totally agree with that. They might reveal Tatinka. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. That's their battle royale mode. Ah, geez, I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna have to look it up. Also, classic legacy maps will show up. Ed Boon has given some subtle hints that NetherRealm's next project could be Killer Instinct. If so, we might be getting a MK Killer Instinct crossover. So some stuff from the chat. Thank you guys for jumping in and giving us your thoughts. Really appreciate it. All right, Tim, start us off with round 2.
All right. So a lot of stuff I wrote down here before I found out we were going to do the scoring method. I wrote down like, we'll see more of this or more of that, more about this or more about that. So I'm going to throw out one of those.
Okay.
That we're going to learn more about Scorn that's coming out in October 2022 so far, as I know. We'll learn more about Scorn.
Yeah, I would say that is highly likely. And if I would give you 3 points on that.
Okay.
I'm just looking at who makes that? Sorry, I'm just looking now at this and like I'm thinking, who makes that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It is
Ebb Software.
Yes.
Well, that's the
developer and publisher.
Developer and publisher. What did you give that, Nick? Sorry,
I gave it a 3. I think it'll be there. If Tim said it stuck its date, I'd make it. I'd raise it, but
It had the month. I didn't see a date.
Oh yeah, is it just
October 2022? Is what
it is. Yep. Mm-hmm. You think it's gonna stick the date?
You never know.
That's for sure. You never know.
You never know these days. Like they might show something, at their show, and then next month they'll be like, we're gonna delay it until December or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a really good Halloween game for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, Hambone Johnny in the chat agrees with you because he's just given us our very first ever bit and called it a Tim bit. So thanks very much for that, Hambone. Thank you for being the first person to give us a bit. Nice. I'm going to give that a 5 just because Ebb Software, I don't think fall under the umbrella of Xbox Studios or any of the studios that they own. And I think the showcase is going to be targeted mainly around the ones that they have in-house.
Okay. Oh, okay. That would be my ignorance then on that part, because I thought they would still show some third-party stuff.
Oh, they might still show it, which is why I haven't gone down to 7, 8, and 9. But,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I like the look of that game. The images that I've just looked at now, it looks very much like it would be my kettle of fish. So,
see, I agree with you, Sean, that they want to stick with in-house stuff. But I think Scorn at the moment has a good chance to stick its date. And
they need that. They
need stuff in 2022. So it's like,
that's where I was thinking too.
We'll just throw this right in.
A lot of stuff on here is stuff that I was thinking when they would have to show because they have to fill in those gaps that they lost by those delays they announced. So
Yep. All right, Sean, what's number 2 pick on your side?
Number 2 pick for me is, I believe that Alpha Dog Games, who created, who do the mobile games and stuff like that, they made a Doom style game back in 2021. I'm going to roll out a similar top-down shooter style game that they did, a bit like Enter the Gungeon, but they're going to do it Halo themed. I think we're going to see some kind of mobile game come from Microsoft. And I think it's going to be a Halo themed top-down kind of Enter the Gungeon game.
Interesting.
Okay, so Alpha style game will release a
Alpha Dog Games to release a Halo themed mobile game.
While Nick is writing that down, I
please.
am going to throw a number out there if you don't mind.
Sure.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a high number here because I'm going to throw an 8. Although likely, I think it's more on the unlikely side, being that they would announce a mobile game at this event.
I think Tim nailed it. I don't think they're spending any time with mobile games in this shtick. I think they're going whole on into xCloud and console, and so
they have done it before though. With if I remember, Gears of War, they did a mobile game announcement there, so it's not out of the possibility. That's why I didn't put it as a 10. I just don't think it's coming at this show.
Yep, I would agree. I'll stick with Tim's points. So you get 16, buddy. If that happens, I give you 16 points.
Let's pray for a mobile game.
That's right. It'll be interesting to see.
He's gonna cheer when we watch that show, not because the game's coming out, but because he's getting 16 points.
That's right. Yeah, you'll know. This is gonna be like Fantasy Critic, right? When people are like, "Yeah, that's such a great game." Oh no, I don't care about it at all. I just had it on my Fantasy Critic.
Right. Exactly.
just very quick before you go, Nick. Ninja Lunchbox is hitting every single point that I would love. Every game that I would love, he's talked about. So
I see this.
GoldenEye, Mortal Kombat Killer Instinct crossover, new Banjo game, and a Quake reboot with ID, in the same style as Doom. So yeah, you are literally preaching to the choir, brother.
Nice. Well, I am going to take the Banjo train. I am going to say Rare will flesh out whatever Wild actually is, and give a month and year along with a surprise, either Banjo-Kazooie or Battletoads. New game. One of the two.
Flesh out Everwild on new Banjo.
Yep. They'll definitely flesh out Everwild. That should be like 1 point. But then on top of that, because I knew I was like, well, that can't be it. I won't get any points for that. There will be.
So this is like Rare coming out, and they're going to show these things.
Yeah,
okay.
There will be a new Banjo or Battletoads game. I think one of these is happening. Yeah, or
2. I'm going to give you a 2 on that one. I can see any of those 3 things happening in that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's painful, Sean. We have no information about a Banjo game.
There's a big love for the Battletoads.
I love you.
Original game coming to Xbox. So they're either going to do some form of remaster or
no. This does not count if it's a remaster. This does not count for a remaster.
Okay.
It has to be a brand new installment in one of these 2 games.
Okay.
No, I don't think. I don't think people
I'll
care as much about
I'll up that to a 3 just for the new installment. No.
Oh man,
Since new installments a lot of work.
If I need donations, remind me not to go to you. You're fine. That's fine.
Yeah, a 4 from me.
All right, Tim, what do you think? I won't harass you as bad because you're a guest.
The Everwilds I agree with. The other 2 being brand new installments of those 2 games, I think go higher. For me, I don't see it happening. So I'm going to say a 5. I'll say 5.
I'll take my 9 points. Okay. Yeah, I know. I don't foresee a new Banjo or Battletoads happening, but man, would I love it if it would. I just played the old nasty 64 version.
Yes.
So what do we got here? You've shouted out a lot of stuff from the chat. We have new Forza Horizon DLC and Motorsport more likely with a question mark, which I will not hit on that because somebody might have something on that one. But also Sea of Thieves, Sea of Thieves. I'll be shocked if they're not here. And then maybe some Horizon DLC. So we got new stuff from the chat. Ninja Lunchbox, lighten it up. Really appreciate you, man. Okay, round 3. Tim starts us off again. What do you got, sir?
Okay, let's go with. I'm trying to be careful here because I want to save the bonus. I think certain things for bonus. So, that's too easy. What kind of I want to get some points here. So I think I'll throw this out here. There may not be high points, but I'll throw even a date in there and maybe help get some points. Xbox will announce Deathloop is coming to Xbox at the end of September, and it'll be Game Pass day 1.
Ooh. See, I'd agree with the September because that's kind of, I think, when they're going to lose Sony's going to lose the exclusives.
September 14th, I think, is the date I saw. So that's why I said end of September we'll get a date.
But Game Pass day 1.
Game Pass day 1.
How would it not be day 1 Game Pass? How would it be anything but I mean, it's a Microsoft studio. I mean, if they sat here and were like, listen, we're day one, and they're like, well, not this one, not this arcade game, nope, this one's not. No way.
But there could be behind the scenes agreements that Sony have been like, well, we've had exclusivity of this, but because we're not allowed to put it on our PlayStation streaming service that we're now developing, you are not allowed to put it on Game Pass. So you can only suffer the same loss of numbers we would have done if this wasn't exclusive to the people that are subscribing to our service.
I don't think Sony has any control over this game anymore. They've lost control once they lost their year. I could be wrong. I don't know how that contract's written out, but but I think once that year is up, then they basically are SOL. And I think they'll be able to keep it on their system because right now Microsoft has to look like they are the friendliest of friendlies with the acquisition. You know, I mean, they can't look like they want to be any type of a monopoly.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'm gonna say with the date, I'm gonna go 4.
I'll go 5.
Nice. Thank you. I'll take the 9 points.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Right. Oh yeah,
Yep.
it's definitely happening.
I'm gonna go with turn 10, dropping some Forza Motorsport 7. I think it's a no-brainer that's got to come at some point this year. I see that as a November release as well.
A November release, turn 10. Okay, all right. That helps. I thought you were just gonna say they were gonna talk about it. I was gonna give you 1 point. Motorsports comes in November.
Forza Horizon was last year, November-ish time, so I can see like them having to roll on that rather than DLC for Horizon. I think they've been working very hard in pushing that. Even though Turn 10 tends to do the simulator and Playground Games does the Horizon. So I did a lot of research for this.
I like it. This could totally happen. But also, you are going out on a limb. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot right now between people saying Motorsports is next year and Motorsports is this year. A Timbit for Motorsports.
Nice. 7 Timbits for that.
Oh, 7. Sorry, I didn't realize.
I know he likes his driving games. He's big into his Gran Turismo at the moment. So I know he's still chasing those licenses. So I know he'd be really happy for a bit of motorsport to balance it out. I'm
going to give you 7 points because I think it's a 50-50 shot that it comes out this year. And then if you gave it a specific month, so I'll take it up a couple points just because of that. So I give 7 points for Motorsport.
I also give 7 for Motorsport 7. Makes sense to me.
Sean, if you
I'm making some very, very good, like really specific predictions, so I could have no points here. Oh shit!
But if you nail just like 2 of these, like you're gonna be in the money. You're currently at 40 points. So
that's crazy points there.
Yeah. Man, I have a bunch of these like really bundled, and I don't know if I want to do that. All right. I don't know how. This one might be a softball one, but they will announce that Ubisoft Plus launches into Game Pass as part of Game Pass, and it will be a different lineup of games than came out with PlayStation Plus. So it's not going to be 1-to-1. That's my thought. We'll see Ubisoft Plus in Game Pass, but it won't look like it looks in. It'll be different games. So.
Are they exclusive? No, they're not exclusive. Are they to Sony? Are they?
No.
Ooh.
I mean,
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a 7, just because I think they are sticking with Sony. Yeah.
Yeah, you think they're okay?
I'm gonna go 8 on that as well.
I really didn't think this would give me that many points, and I thought the rare would give me way more points. That's funny. I'll take it. Yeah,
because I think there's some other things that may be in play in the back end too. That because Ubisoft's trying to sell and all that kind of stuff, that Microsoft may not be interested in doing a deal with them right now.
Yeah. Also, EA are currently whoring themselves out to anybody that will buy them because they've lost the FIFA license, or they haven't paid for the FIFA license this year. So I have a feeling we're going to see EA coming to Game Pass a bit more with like games that are currently available and a backlog of games. So we're going to see like I can't remember the motocross game that they used to have, but I absolutely loved it as a kid. And more SSX stuff and stuff like that. I feel like that's going to happen. That's not a prediction. I just feel like I know that at the moment EA are currently looking for somebody to give them some money because they're desperate for it.
So yeah, EA would be a lot of EA under Xbox and a lot of Ubisoft under PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's a bummer because I'd really like that flipped, but that's okay. I'll take it. Now, see, here's what I'll say. Thank you, man. Mostly Martinez is now following us. Thank you so much, sir. Really, really appreciate it. For the games that are coming out soon, or the games that are actually have come out, For Honor and Assassin's Creed Origins that just dropped, those are either a taste of my prediction being wrong, or they're the telltale that though we're not getting Ubisoft Plus, and we're just really getting those two games, and that's like pretty much it. So I'm not sure which way it'll go, but I'm here to find out, I guess. All right, round 4, Tim, what do you got?
Okay, let's see. Round 4. I'm not going to go with any of the more of stuff because I need some points. Let me see if I can get some points out of you guys here. A new ID or id software IP will drop.
A new
IP from id software will drop. Will be. Let me clarify. Drop. It will be announced.
Okay. Yeah.
So with like Quake, Doom, or are you thinking something completely different?
Brand new.
Oh,
brand new IP.
Well, you're gonna get points from me.
8. I'm 8
I was just gonna say an 8. Yeah, I was just gonna say 8 sounds about right. That sounds good. So yeah, I mean, because I haven't heard any rumblings, I don't believe, about this at all. So yeah, I'd be pretty stoked. It would be a surprise to me. Have you heard anything, Sean? I mean, you're a big id fan.
No, I'm more on the lines of Ninja Lunchbox. I feel like we're either going to see Doom or Quake. It's about time for a Quake completely re-rendered in an Unreal Engine. Would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But brand new IP, I wouldn't even know where they go with this because they are so like they've had the same style stuff for such a long time.
Yeah, but it would be cool.
So unless it's Unreal Tournament, they bring out a new version of Unreal Tournament. So that was,
but that's not new IP. It's got to be brand new IP. Is what that's why I'm giving him 8 points. Probably was a cheap.
Yeah, I see. That's so. And thanks to mostly Martinez for the shirt. He likes it.
All right, Sean Abbott, what do you got?
Very easy from Ninja Theory Studios. I think we're going to see complete like gameplay, not just that bit that we saw last time for Hellblade 2. I think we're going to see more gameplay with a possible 2023 release date.
Okay, wait. You can't say a possible when we're doing predictions. You got to lock it in. Are we 2023 or
2023, yeah.
Okay. Gameplay. Hellblade date. Okay. You're definitely seeing gameplay. That's 100%. This is another one. This is the other game where it's on the fence, right? It currently slated for 2022. But is it going to hit its date? Well, nobody's been talking about it. It's just it's another motorsports, to be honest. I mean, it's that same deal.
It is, but I think it's going for the polishing the same as all like Starfield and stuff like that. I feel like it's going to go away, and they're like, this Unreal 5 engine that's coming out to consoles is, I think Hellblade's going to go for that too.
And vote says possible. How do I minus Timbits? I love it. I'm going to give you a 6. Is what I'm going to give you, because I still think it's on the 50-50 fence of 2022, 2023.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to go with 5 on that.
Yeah.
It's another 11. I haven't got into single digits yet. I thought that one would have been a given.
If you hit these, man, you're gonna rock it out. I'm gonna do an Activision one. I think they're into what could be a year away from their acquisition being done, and I think they're going to give you, how many games do I want to say? They are going to announce 4 Activision games coming to Game Pass this year, but not Call of Duty. They're not going to touch Call of Duty yet.
Well, I think that's already been given. Modern Warfare 2 has already been certified as PlayStation.
Yep.
Already. So 4 Activision games. What, for 2023 or 2022?
2022. Yep. No, this year. They're going to lock them in this year. They're getting it. Obviously, they're acquiring them. So I think they went to them and said, we need some of your stuff and we're on Game Pass this year because some of our studios shit the bed. Just basically
6, because I can see that happening too, but I'm not 100% certain that it'll be 4. I think we might see 2 big titles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think in right now, because you said 4 games in 2022 on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now I was like waffling between 3 and 4. Now I'm feeling like I should have said 3, but we're here now. So
see, part of me is like they're gonna come out and be like hyping up the Activision stuff, and they'll give like, we have this whole catalog of games that are going to come to Game Pass on this date, and then it's going to be like, not 4 or 40, it's going to be 40 games or something like that.
Okay, wait. Let me rephrase. 4 plus. 4 plus. So if that changes your score, you can
No, I figured it would be 4 plus.
Okay.
I was thinking, that's part of me though, was like thinking that to me that's 50-50. Like they'll come out guns blazing that we're getting Activision. This is all, here's a library of Activision games that's coming to Game Pass. But another part of me is like, because we're still waiting on that acquisition to complete, I don't think that's going to happen until then, where we'll get like a whole library of Game Pass Activision games. So will it be more or less 4? I'm gonna go with 5 because I'm so much on the fence on this right now. I'm gonna go
11
5
points. I'm good with that. I think that Xbox wants their. I think the average gamer doesn't know what it means that Activision is being acquired, and Xbox wants to show them why this is important, that they're doing what they're doing, and the best way to do that is by showing them a few of the games that'll be coming their way. Just a handful of what they're going to get because of this huge acquisition they took on. So.
That makes sense.
All right, that is. Here's your tidbits. Okay.
Oh, this is tidbits.
Tidbits. Okay, so Hambone Johnny gives Timbits and Sean gives tidbits. Well, it's a UK thing. I like it.
That was an autocorrect on the iPad. I apologize.
Okay, round 5. So this is we're gonna do a bonus round, but this is the last regular selection prediction round. What do you got, Tim? Start us off.
Okay. I know we still have the bonus round, so I am going to save one of the things I have for that. But I'm still going to do another crazy one. It sounds like the id one was crazy for you guys. But still, I'm going to do something crazier.
Oh, I mean, I love crazy.
I don't know how it's possible or how they could be done, but my crazy smoking something prediction is Sunset Overdrive 2 will be announced.
That was
Insomniac.
Yeah.
Which is now a PlayStation-owned studio.
Oh, wow.
But you never know. They could have been working on it.
Yeah, thanks. I was going to need you to talk me through it because I was like, I don't know how crazy or uncrazy this is. Okay, so Insomniac, now a PlayStation studio, is going to announce
Sunset Overdrive 2.
And it's going to be
just announce it. No date. Just we've got this in development.
John, I mean, come on. It's owned by not a rival, another studio.
Yes.
So it
Sunset
hasn't been
Overdrive. I'm
announced.
saying it could be anywhere. I'll say this because it's crazy already. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it could be announced anywhere from announcing to
Okay.
this is coming out in 2023 or 20, whatever.
Oh, look at all those bits.
Wow, Hambone really likes this. 500 Timbits.
Dang.
You just keep bringing out the motor stuff, Tim. It's working out well for us.
Sunset Overdrive's
Hambone.
not even. It's not mower. That's
That's
what
like
do you call it now?
it's like
Oh, what's the
I
game that
thought
they
it was
used?
a driving
Crackdown.
game.
It's
Is
like
it not a
Crackdown,
driving
but
game?
on crack.
Oh, geez, I don't even see. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever played Sunset Overdrive, the first one. See, now Hambone's going to take all 500 back. But okay, here. So it's not currently announced, correct? Anywhere?
correct.
No, there's nothing in the works for it, as far as I'm aware.
I'm giving him a 10.
Yeah.
Why would they?
10.
A 10 on? So they're going. Insomniac's going to announce it on an X. I can see it coming to Xbox, but I can't see it being announced on the Xbox showcase. Like I would just like if it's a PlayStation owned studio. So yeah, you're getting 20 points for that one, buddy. If that one comes too.
All right, cool.
Okay.
You know how far I'm going to jump out of my seat if that comes true on the show?
If you jump out your seat and hit the roof, I'll pay for the ceiling.
This is an 11. Yeah, it should have been just an 11. Darn, we messed that one up. That's totally true, Hambo.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Xbox Game Studios announcing for 2023 a new Ori.
Ooh.
Someone's on the Ori kick, let me tell you. And I'm glad you're there, by the way. I'm loving every second
Yes.
of your post to me.
So good. Well, we had a discussion about this earlier, and you said it fits with the timescale.
Yeah, I broke it down for you.
2016
You're
to
welcome.
2017, 2019. So yeah, I think this we're in for this. I think I mean, I don't know how they can make Blind Forest any better, so I'm really excited to play Will o' the Wisp. So
And it's better. It is better. So just to break it down before we Blind Forest came out in 2015. They announced in 2017 that there was going to be a new game, Will o' the Wisp. Will o' the Wisp dropped in 2019. So yeah, I mean, it all kind of plays out that soon. But I haven't heard a single whisper about this game coming out. I'd give you a 6 because I think I could see it happening, but I also haven't. You'd think you would hear something by now.
I want this to be true.
Yeah.
yeah.
Will it happen? That could be one of those like surprise drops, that we were talking about, or two, or surprise news. So, but yeah,
I mean, the studio themselves, their own studio, the Xbox studio, they have been very quiet as well. So
I'm gonna say 6 as well.
All right. I'm leaving.
I was hoping that would get me in single figures.
No. I wouldn't have gone below 5. I just don't. I was waffling between 5 and 6. All right, I'm gonna leave the software. Xbox is going to hit subscription time in their showcase. They are going to announce and go over just briefly the family plan.
I forgot about putting that in mine, but I'm glad you caught it.
Yep. So they're going to go over the new family plan subscription. They are also going to unveil the xCloud only tier subscription. And I'm going to stop right there. I had a third one, but I'm going to stop right there because I'm really, really unsure if they're going to do the third part of that. So
I'm assuming the third part is going to be the dongle.
Yeah, I just don't know if they're gonna. I don't know, and I might actually have it backwards. To be honest, I'll just lay it out. What I was gonna say is they do all 3 of these. They actually might unveil the streaming puck on this showcase, and then on the extended, because that's gonna be boring and long to be like, and now there's a family tier, and you can, it's not gonna be fun, and it's not gonna be. So I actually
See, I can see them opening with this. I can see them doing a really nice, like sweeping towards a TV. There's your little device just sat there quite nicely in front of the TV, and then swiping up to the TV and the Xbox logo being there, and then like quickly just drop a like. In addition to your subscription service, you can now purchase for so much a month an xCloud only subscription, or tie this in really nicely with a family plan and include blah, 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 to allow everybody to play wherever they want. So it doesn't. I don't think it has to be a long description. I think they can do it short and fast.
Maybe.
And then on the 14th,
yeah,
go big. So
Simple Monk
no, it's not going to have a freaking hard drive.
But
I know this already.
I'm going to have 3 months of Game Pass to add on to my already long stint that I have with Game Pass. So,
I'm going to go 4 because I can see this happening. I can see it happening.
The timing on this. But you're not including the puck in your thing,
no,
right?
I am not.
You're not. You're just. But the family plan, yeah, I was gonna. I forgot about that because I was thinking they were gonna announce the family plan too. But the other part you mentioned, I didn't even think of that. A Game Pass only, cloud Game Pass only.
I think they have if they're going to come up with
because you can do PC now. I'm gonna say you can do PC only at the moment.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because you don't want to. You're gonna have people complaining like, "Well, I pay for Ultimate, and I have all these games, but all I have is your puck and blah 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 blah." You can hear it. People complaining about the fact that they're paying for stuff they're not using because all they want is the puck. Like I just know it would happen.
I'll give you 6.
I appreciate your 6. 10 points. All right.
Okay. Wild card round.
That was really good, Sean.
So excited for this.
Yeah, that was great. Tim, the wild card round. What do you got?
Wild card, the bonus, the another crazy pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is digging back into the Nintendo Dad's 2022 predictions that we did at the beginning of the year. And I called out that the N64, GoldenEye, and or Perfect Dark games would come to the Xbox Game Pass and would be coming in a separate thing. This doesn't have to be part of this one. It's just coming to Game Pass. But I also predicted that it was coming. Those same games are coming to the Switch. And because they do their online thing with those games, they were going to make them cross compatible, cross platform.
Okay.
So, but just for this particular thing, for the points here, I'm saying the N64 version updated, like they've done a lot of games, and stuff, is going to come to Game Pass. And the reason why it's coming as the N64 version is so it can be playable with the Switch people.
So
they'll still do the regular Perfect Dark game and all that, but I'm saying it's going to be GoldenEye. Excuse me, GoldenEye. Or Perfect Dark or Perfect Dark. So it could be both on N64 versions or one or the other. So it would come over up-res, kind of like what ID did with Quake. It was, it still looked like the older version, but they improved it so it was playable.
So I don't know if you know this, but Xbox pulled a Nintendo on Sunday and accidentally listed GoldenEye 007 achievement points on their website.
Okay.
So you are likely getting what you're saying. Now, is it going to be crossplay and all that? That adds an extra feature. Wario64 pointed this. I wanted to make sure I got this right. Wario64 pointed out that you can now viewable on Xbox's website is GoldenEye 007 achievement points. So
okay. Yeah, this was going to be my wild card, but it wasn't going to be the N64. It was going to be like basically a complete remaster.
Well, it's
game.
it's for me. I'm trying to say it's the N64, but updated so it would have those things, achievements and visuals would be slightly better, but not totally upgraded because of the licenses and all that kind of stuff. With being a Nintendo game, essentially at the time, so and being a rare game and all that, and who knows what other things that could be preventing that kind of thing. I know this one's got so many caveats, but I'm trying to make it as simple as possible that it's, N64, GoldenEye, and or Perfect Dark. Those two versions of the game, either one of those, coming up onto the Xbox
on Game Pass. Okay.
All right. On Game Pass. And will be cross-play with Switch eventually. We won't hear that on their show. It'll probably be on Nintendo's Direct that we'll get that, but who knows? Maybe they will mention it. I'm
going to say just for the cross-play aspect, I'm going to say an 8.
And I'll go with 7, so we'll give you 15 points altogether. Because we're definitely getting it. It's probably coming to Nintendo. How would it not? I mean, Xbox would be a real jerk if it's not coming to Nintendo.
I see it coming to Nintendo, but I only see it coming to Nintendo in the same way that Doom made it to Nintendo.
Doom 64?
No.
You mean the Doom 2016?
Okay. 2016 Doom. I see this being like really, really, really upgraded and revamped. I think that Nintendo have been quite happy to sit back along the lines of Rare and go, hey, look, give this the bells and whistles. Make it look like the mutts nuts, and we'll have it too. But I can't see it being crossplay just because of. Well, no, because you can play Apex and Fortnite, so yeah, I can see that side of thing. So
that's why I was trying to say that it would be the N64 versions updated, possibly eventually. Switch would come and say, "Here, we're going to have it on NSO," but it will be crossplay also with it. There'll be some sort of magic that they worked on. I don't know all the details there, but I'm just saying my guess is that the crossplay there would. The hard part is that crossplay probably won't be announced at the Xbox show,
and we will still give it to you if it's announced on whatever Nintendo decides to announce their crap.
Okay,
whenever that is.
So that's why I was sticking with the N64 version of these games, because I think that's the only way it would be easily crossplay available to the Switch, unless they do, like you were saying, where they, downgraded some of the graphics for the Switch version for Doom 2016 type of thing. But yeah, I was saying the N64 versions is what I was going for.
Gotcha. Wild card, Sean, what do you got?
I'm going to say that Mojang Studios, who obviously own Minecraft, are going to come to us with a almost not quite Breath of the Wild, but like Link's Awakening style game. I'm going to say they're going to come with because they've got dungeons, which obviously I've not played, but you can make other decisions to change the game. I see this as being a bit of a dungeon crawler, like RPG style game in the theme of Minecraft. You've got all the animals, you've got all the enemies. Dungeons gave you villains in that game. So I can see that this is going to be the whole world of Minecraft is put into turmoil. There's a Ganon style threat, and you, as Steve, the Minecraft guy, have got to go ahead and save the world.
Okay, a Zelda style Minecraft game.
Yep.
Breath of the Wild.
Like Link's Awakening, kind of.
Link's Awakening.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay. So the part that makes this hard to score for me is I have not played Minecraft Dungeons, so I don't know how close Minecraft Dungeons is to that.
No, Minecraft Dungeons is more of for me, there's a bit of action, but then there's like the quick time events, and
it's like Diablo in a way, loot grabbing type game.
Yeah, and then you've also got the narrative side of it where you get to choose what you say to somebody to change the outcome.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of stabbing in the dark here. I'm gonna give it a 7. My Minecraftiness is not. I'm not on point as I probably should be.
Yeah, I think they've been doing DLCs for the dungeon games, right? So
Yeah,
but
and
that could be
also,
a separate team. They could totally
and
be working on something big like that.
Well, and
the
in the
main
real
games
game,
also had 2 updates recently as well.
yeah,
So.
and they're getting real, like almost Simsy, to be honest. Like I saw a trailer for the one, and they're all like dancing around. I don't know, it's like a pet shop version, and I'm like, gosh, I feel like I'm watching some kind of blocky Sims here. I mean, I don't know, I did not scream Minecraft to me at all. So, yeah. So I mean, with all that said, that's why I'm like, well, I could see this happening, but I mean, I don't have a ton of experience with it or knowledge.
I'm gonna say 8.
All right, 15 points you get, Sean. Sean never made it to single digits. He tried hard.
It's really, yeah.
Okay. Oh, guys. So Xbox is doing pretty good in Japan. Well, I don't know, but pretty good. I mean, the bar's low. They're gaining some amount of traction. Let me put it that way. They want to keep that going. They had a Japanese game that they canceled in 2017 that everybody was really excited about. And the developer of that game has said that they are very interested in bringing it back to life. And I am going to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Scalebound is back in development. That's what I think.
Scalebound.
Is that the Project Dragon I read about somewhere?
Yep.
Okay.
Scalebound is back in development. They canceled it. They canceled it in 2017. And I think that was partially because at the time, Microsoft was like, nobody in Japan loves us. And now they're starting to see that moving. And I think they would like to see that keep moving. And an announcement that says, listen, we're gonna knock this out from why can't I think of the developer? He did it's gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Go on, give me the history of games that they did.
I'm trying. And I can't think of the name of the developer who. Platinum Games.
Okay, yeah.
So yes, I think they would like. I think that's what I think.
I'm going to give you an 8.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a 10.
My first 10. I'm so excited.
That game was canceled. That specific game was canceled. Yes,
it was.
Would it be a dragon game? Probably, but that specific game, no, that's gone.
You're probably right. But
10. I'll give you 10 for that.
So that covers everything. I'm just going to very quickly, because I wrote in a list.
Holy macaroni.
You too.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you guys?
So
I'm going to be honest.
I think,
this is everything for me. So you guys go through and, like, what didn't we touch on that you're pretty sure, whatever, it'll be there. Shoot for it.
So I see 343 dropping news about the Halo co-op campaigns and their Battle Royale. I see that coming. They have to do something. That game's doing okay now. It's kind of picking up, so they need to go at it. The Coalition, which is the guys behind Gears of War, I see them coming with Gears of War 6 gameplay or a completely new IP just to blow everything out of the water.
I'd love a new IP.
Yeah. Compulsion Games, which are the people behind We All Fall and Contrast, which I played Contrast and really enjoy playing. I see them coming out with a new IP along the lines of that bit of a platformer, like a first-person platformer with the weird Bioshock-looking edge to it. Double Fine, who we know have done Psychonauts and stuff like that. I really liked Full Throttle as a kid. I played that on the PC as a kid. I can see them bringing a new... They've already done a remastered version of Full Throttle, but I can see them doing kind of a new point-and-click style narrative game. Just because it's completely different to Psychonauts. That or some DLC for Psychonauts 2. We already covered Perfect Dark. In Exile Entertainment are really good for their first-person style shooters and third-person style shooters. I think they're going to go back to the first-person stuff and go for some form of role-playing game along those lines. Not quite Fallout-esque, but that way. Mojang, I already dropped my craziness for Zelda style. Ninja Theory, we touched on with Hellblade. Obsidian Entertainment, I think we're going to see some Avowed gameplay. And potentially, I think they're going to take Grounded out of the in works and make it a full-fledged title.
Yeah, I think that's definitely
we're going to see a Grounded version 1.
Can I throw in maybe some more Outer Worlds too?
Yes. Yep.
On that too. Yeah.
For sure.
Playground Games, I think they are not going to show up at all. And if they do show up, I think we're going to see some form of, we're really sorry, here's a little bit of Fable news that we fucked up and we're going to go and have to sort that out.
It's going to be it's going to be like Nintendo when they're like, we're sorry to tell you that today is not going to be a good day for you with Zelda. Have a nice day. It's going to be the same thing with Fable.
Yeah, definitely. Rare, we're going to see GoldenEye. I think in some way, shape, or form, we're definitely going to see some GoldenEye. Turn 10, I'm hoping for some Motorsport 7. Undead Labs, which is the guys behind State of Decay, I think they're going to come and hit us with a new State of Decay. So we're going to see State of Decay free gameplay without a date. World's Edge, which are the people behind Age of Empires, which was really big last time round. I think we're going to see some further DLC from them, bringing it closer to the modern day technology, because I think they're in like the Iron Age Romans at the moment. I think they're going to go a bit further than that. Xbox Game Studios, I've already said about new Ori. Alpha Dogs dropping Halo themed mobile game. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, but we'll see. Arcane Studios, Deathloop. I agree with Tim. Yeah. I think we're definitely going to see Deathloop this year. Bethesda Games, who did have Starfield, but have obviously pushed it back. I think we might see a gameplay trailer as a tease.
Yeah,
something that they worked on very early on in the game. So
I think we'll see a gameplay trailer that's not too long, and then they'll say, come back, stay tuned for the 14th, and we're going to give you a deeper dive into what Starfield looks like and how it plays.
ID Studios, give me some more Doom, please. But I can see it being Quake or Doom.
I'll take Quake.
Quake would be great.
Machine Games, I think, have been working tirelessly. They've been quiet, but I think we're going to see a Wolfenstein 3.
3?
Because that's their...
Why didn't you make that a prediction? Well, you already got a ton of like high level predictions. Man.
Yeah. Roundhouse Studios, who I know for a fact they've already scored a thumbs up to do a large comic book style game. I think we're going to see a Marvel based comic game from them. I don't know which characters or which setting. But what is it now? They do PvPvE. So they do player versus environment. So I'm going to see like it's some kind of online Hyrule Warriors based stuff.
Made my brain hurt, Sean.
Sorry, I know. I had to research what PvPvE stood for. Tango Gameworks. I think they're going to chuck out some Evil Within style game. That's their jam. They do kind of horror-y style games. And then ZeniMax Online, which we've got to thank for things like Elder Scrolls Online. I think we're going to see something like Fallout 76, which is like a post-apocalyptic online kind of game.
Sounds good, man.
So that's my list. That's 23 different studios. That's like I had to go and research what games they'd done, what they hadn't done for a while, if there was anything like that they'd done in the pipeline. Yes. So, yeah.
I almost did something similar, but it was more of things like I thought I would see, not necessarily all the studios, but like the few things I have left is I thought for sure we'll see some more Warhammer games from a third party, perspective, more on the Stalker 2 Chernobyl game that's coming out and right now still scheduled for December 8th.
I almost made that my wild card and said that it's going to stick its December 8th date. I was thinking about doing that.
Nice. more indie game presence because of filling the hole is what I was thinking about, filling those holes, those gaming gaps that they were hoping to fill, like more on the Slime Rancher 2 game, I think.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. And I loved Slime Rancher.
And let's see what else I miss here. I was hoping to see a new Hydro Thunder or a Hydro Thunder like game, a successor to that, because I don't know who owns it now. But I think it would be cool if we got something like that.
I could see that, Tim. It's a game with gold, or it was a game with gold not too long ago.
That would be. Yeah, I think that would be cool to see a water racing game, because we haven't seen like anything like that in a long time.
That's for sure.
And then we'll learn more about something else that Ninja Theory is working on, maybe Project Mara. I read about.
Yep.
And then Sean mentioned Obsidian's Avowed, and then Outer Worlds 2 I threw in there, and then Bethesda still has I think Sean mentioned it too, but the Elder Scrolls Online is coming June 21st, and it's to consoles, so we may see more about that for the Xbox.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
And then more on Contraband.
Yep. I hem and hawed about Contraband being a prediction, but it's too much of like, I have no idea, like I'm like, I don't know. Are they going to show something? Are they not? Is it 2 years out? Is it next year? I don't know. So yeah, but I definitely
thought maybe we would see more on that, like maybe some gameplay or something. But yeah, that's what I have on my notes.
Awesome. Well, so just so our listeners know, we're going to do what we've been playing, and that's going to wrap up our show. There is no GPN Showcase today because I think Xbox is keeping everything under wraps. So according to the calendar, we have no games in June, but I have a feeling that's going to change in just a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so let's go to the Xbox Spotlight. Holy crud, I hit the button and you came back too. I'm sorry, Sean went away and then I hit the button and I made Sean come back. I'm magic.
It's magic. It was magical.
My goodness. Wow. I don't know.
So what people might not see in our doc, because they don't see the doc, is that we have like a checkbox to do everything. There is something I missed on that checkbox, which I really needed to do.
Yeah. I get you. I figured that might be a thing. All right. So as you know, we keep the Nintendo Dads tradition going. When we have a guest and we're talking about what we've been playing, our guest goes first. So, Mr. Timothy Alf, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Family Vacation and Garage Sales.
Oh man! Garage Sale Simulator
so you've been playing unpacking.
sounds like a real thing.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. We have Power Wash Simulator, Garage Sale Simulator. I bet if you search it, you can find it. I almost guarantee
something like that.
Yep.
No, but in between all of that craziness and people getting sick in our house, I have been being able to play a game called Silt, and I believe I played it on the Switch, but it's also available on Xbox. And it's an indie game. Highly stylized, I would say almost kind of like black and white in a way.
It looked very Limbo from the stuff I've seen.
Yes, kind of like that. And for whatever reason, I'm drawn to underwater games, even though I got a phobia for deep water, not necessarily pool water, but like, lakes, oceans, that type of thing where I can't see the bottom.
You live in a great state, Tim. You live in a great state for that.
I know. I'm in the Great Lakes area, and I have a phobia of deep water. So, but anyways, I love the games like that, and I got to play Silt, and it's a great game, and I haven't finished it yet because I'm also playing Breath of the Wild, as many of people know in the community. I'm still playing that since 2017. But I'm trying. My goal is to get it done before Live Alive comes out for the Switch in July. But now I have to move it up because of what was it? Fire Girl is announced for June 22nd.
Okay.
So I need to move up I need to beat the fourth Divine Beast there and get rolling on that and beat Ganon. So One game I have that I've been meaning to play on my Xbox is the samurai one. What the heck is that
Oh,
game
Trek
called
to
again?
Yomi.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have that ready to go. It's just I haven't had a chance to play it yet. So I've been dying to try that. But any little big bit of gaming time I've had was to check out Silt. Which again, going back to that, is a very strange game. It's very artistic, like I said. So it's got some. And Nick, I don't know if you'll like it because it's all visual story.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Here's what I've learned about me, Tim. If you tell me, like with Limbo, John told me, he's like, listen, Limbo's the same way, so you're gonna hate it. But I went into it knowing that I was gonna get nothing and I was just gonna walk out of it, and I just needed to enjoy it for the gameplay that it was. It doesn't bug me as much. But like with
okay,
not Changing Tides, the first one, whatever the first one was.
yes.
With the Far game that was number one, I was really waiting for them to explain this to me, and they never did, and that's really what frustrated me. So it helps me if somebody says, "Hey, there's nothing here, so don't expect to get a story."
There's nothing there. You're basically trying to figure out why you're a diver that can take over, possess other creatures in the ocean.
Oh, I remember seeing a trailer for that. Now that you mentioned that, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
you're a
okay.
diver that I assume died because you were chained to a cinder block.
That'll do it.
That tends to happen.
Yeah,
And you get away because you possessed a piranha who cut you out, essentially cut the chain by biting it. But that's the mechanics of it. You possess creatures in the water and use their abilities to move about, figuring out things in this game. You're basically kind of figuring out the world, figuring out how you ended up there, figuring out the creatures and all that kind of stuff. So it's very intriguing from that standpoint. So
was this in the indie?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's where I saw. I
The
knew
Indie
I had
Showcase,
seen it. Yeah,
yes.
the Indie Showcase, Nintendo's Indie Showcase. Okay.
Yep. And it is on Xbox. So
Nice.
check it out there too.
Awesome.
Yeah, just very quickly, if you like underwater games, Subnautica is on Game Pass, which is a huge underwater like survival sim where you build like a base under the water. You've got to go out and gather resources to craft for some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll write that
I
down.
have that loaded up. I just haven't had any time to play it because I keep finding other stuff to play.
Right. I think I saw that on the Switch too, as well. So okay, cool. Thanks. That's what I've been playing.
As for me, after we talked about Ori last week in the podcast, I kind of dived in. I downloaded both Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will o' the Wisp, and since last week I have played and completed Ori and the Blind Forest. So I kind of sat through the credits hoping to see if it give you like like how Metroid does. It gives you a percentage clearance and a grade, which it doesn't. But in the pause menu for the statistics, I think I've 87% of it complete of all the stuff I can find. But I have loved that game. I don't know what's taken me so long to play it. It's beautiful. It's it's the perfect balance between Metroid and a Souls game and a platformer.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. So the soundtrack's fantastic. The characters in it are really, you kind of get really emotionally attached to them. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I used with the Elite controller, I used the paddles at the back for all different kinds of buttons. So like I had one for attack, one for being able to dart around and things like that. So because I needed to use all of the buttons at some points, that game really does test you for that. So yeah, I've got that. I've got the Will o' the Wisp lined up next to play. And then because of the Callisto Protocol being shown at the PlayStation Showcase, I've now got a hunger for playing Dead Space. So I've got Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 lined up to play as well. So
awesome. Wow, that's a lot of hours of gameplay, isn't it? All those Dead Space?
Yeah, they're roughly about 20 to 25 hours each. So
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
just
that's a lot to me.
depending on what comes out from the showcase, if there's anything dropped automatically,
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to have something to fill the gap between.
Sure.
So, and then the only other game I've been playing is Mario Strikers, but we'll discuss that once you've finished telling everybody else what you've been playing, Nick.
That'll be great. I have been a little distracted. I'm not gonna lie. We'll all have to go out and see Xbox's Xbox just retweeted Minecraft's Twitter handle with the wild update, and I cannot hear it, so I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, Sean, you might just have got some points, because if I'm looking at this, it dang well looks like it's a somewhat version of a Zelda game to me. I mean, there's
no, I didn't just call that midstream.
I mean, I can't listen to it, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, when I look at it, it has hints of Zelda to me. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, what have I been playing? SteamWorld Dig 2. I beat that game this week. It's an older game. I played it on the Switch. If you like a game loop, then this might be the game for you. It's you're trying to find your friend. There's a town above this mine. You go down in the mine. You try to get as much resources as you can, get as far as you can. And before you die, it's like a risk reward. The further you go down, the more you find. But if you die, you lose a lot of what you found. So then you end up back in the town. So you got to kind of try to figure out how you want to do that. And each time you go up back to the town, you sell your stuff, you get stronger, better, you go back down in the mine. And I had a lot of fun with it. I really did like it. It was one of those games that I bought on my... Actually, I may not have bought it. I was thinking I may have got it from Extra Life, to be honest, from the Nintendo dads for a donation, now that I think about it. But I really liked it, and I wanted to finish it up. So finish that up. Like I said, it's all about a game loop. If you don't like that, come up, go back down, come up, go back down, keep re-equipping, get stronger, this isn't the game for you. But if that I love a fun game loop, then you might want to check it out. Will the Wisps, I haven't been able to beat it. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to the end of it. I got stuck on a spot where I could not figure out what the heck to do. So I was running around the map like crazy, and I finally figured that out. I spent a good bit of time on it last night. So I don't really want to give away much more than that for you, Sean, so we'll just move on. But that game is beautiful. It's better than Blind Forest, in my opinion. And somehow, I don't even know how. And I love the way Ori moves. Like, that's all I can say. I just feel like the way that character moves is just fun. And yeah, I'm all down for another one. I'll give you those points and more if they release it, if they announce another one. Switchboard Soccer, because I am addicted to finishing the little cards that they give you with the equipment items on there that you can win. Even though I don't really care about them, Nintendo has found something in my brain that says, but wait, I only have 4 days for those items on that card that I don't care about. I must go out and grind them. I don't know why, but I'm suckered in. So congratulations, Nintendo, you did it. Mario Strikers. So Tim, did you play the demo at all?
No, I'm a bad Nintendo dad. I haven't played Switch
you're...
Sports or the or the Strikers game.
I own Switch Sports, but I don't play it. So
I have it, but I downloaded the demo. I have them both. I have both games, but I haven't touched them.
Sometimes the Nintendo side gets, you're like, yay. And sometimes the dad side just grows real big and there's nothing left to do. That's life. That's how it works. Yeah, Sean, I only played 1 hour. I didn't get to hop in again, or I hopped in the first time and my daughter had a birthday, kind of like Tim. My daughter had a birthday party and then there was a bunch of stuff going on and I was like, okay, this is all I got. I think I'm gonna like it, but I'm not gonna lie, the test fire made me nervous. How's that for an answer? What do you think, Sean?
I think I am, once I've got to the grips of the camera follows the ball, and and I hope it's not like that in single player, but I can see it happening. It's like when you play FIFA, there's a balance of the camera zooming in and out of the field, chasing the ball, and also so you can see the player that you currently have control of. There's not much of that in Mario Strikers, if anything at all. And the fact that every time you started a game, you get to choose between manual and auto switch for the players just made it absolutely bedlam. I mean, I played with Drew on for 2 matches, and I must have looked like a complete amateur because my character every single time, like Drew scored a goal, or we had a goal scored against us. My player seemed to be stood in the back of the net for some reason. It was just very chaotic, very much like I struggle with the camera and stuff like that. The game's fun. I went through two of the demo times. I did the 12 while 1 and then the 8 while 9. And I had a good time. They were good fun. I won a couple of games. I lost a couple of games. Scored some very good goals. It didn't seem to be rewarded for trying it on like the demo. Like I thought you were going to be able to get there was going to be some unlocks that you could carry over.
Yeah.
That
would have been nice. You're right.
Yeah, that kind of upset me. Like being able to have some of the in-game currency when you start things. I mean, that might still happen. They might use the save data on the cloud and say, "Hey, thanks for taking part. Here you go." But yeah, I enjoy it. It's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be better if you can do a 4v4, like get 4 people together that strategize. Like you stay here, I'll like 2 defenders, 2 attackers, and can kind of communicate, because that was the issue I was having with playing with random people, is that you could not communicate. There was a couple of times where I was literally screaming like, "Come on, just pass the ball." And you can do on-screen hints for that by like if you hit the A button, it kind of highlights the player that you are, as if to say, pass to me kind of thing. But like in Knockout City, you could highlight, I'm open, pass to me. But yeah, it's an interesting learning curve, and I'm looking forward to playing it once it's actually out. So.
Yeah, me as well. And I think it'll be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to join the Dads After Dark Mayhem crew group, and if they'll have me. I don't know. There's only so many spots. I don't know. If I play like I did,
the cut,
I don't know if I'm gonna make cut. That's right. I might have to be in the fluffy club. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think I will enjoy it. I do remember the first Strikers being very difficult for me at first, and then all the buttons kind of clicked. I was listening to actually John and Drew talk about it, and I think they're right. You're trying to figure out all these buttons that just the controller they don't feel like they're working the right way. But then once you do it enough, it kind of just all, works. It's kind of like Metroid Dread had that same thing with me. Like I tried to go back to it, and you got to press the one button to access all the other things, and like when I was doing it, it was smooth and magic. And when I was like in it for the entire game, I was like, "Oh, this is easy. This is great. I love it. I don't have to select." But then when I stopped doing it for a little bit, my brain kind of forgot it, and I was like, "This is so difficult. How do I work this thing?" So I think it's partially that. But
yeah, and there was one more thing I was going to say about it just then that has now completely left my brain. Nope, it's gone. Never mind. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the hyper strikes. We were worried that was going to get really annoying. Watching people watch their replay
is annoying.
Like the celebration, then the replay. It's like, come on, we've only got a limited time frame to play this demo. I do not need to see a 30-second highlight reel of you scoring a goal against me. I saw what happened.
Yep, so. I agree. Yep, the people who watch the full replay, and then there is not too many hyper strikes, but there's enough hyper strikes, and let me tell you, those cutscenes are awesome. I mean, they're beautifully drawn, they look great, but they're annoying when you're like, okay, yeah, you did the thing, so now I have to sit here and watch all the things happen, and it takes probably like 5 seconds. I don't know, something like that, and it's like, but that's feels like a long time when you're in a 3-minute game, and there's like, I don't know, 5 to 10 of them, and it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah. It breaks the pace of the game as well. Yes, so the game is really manic, and then all of a sudden you got to stop and go.
Yeah, you got to watch.
There'll be a way to turn that off. That would be options in the main game.
Yeah,
once it's launched, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So shall I roll us out, Nick? Is that us done?
That's a show, man. That's a show.
Excellent. So you can find us, Game Pass News, anywhere on social media. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and all that is at Game Pass News. If you want to jump in on the Discord where you can talk to me, you can talk to Nick, you can talk to our guest Tim, head over to patreon.com/Nintendo Dads and subscribe for as little as $1 a month, or subscribe here to our Twitch channel and we can talk to Tim and he'll organize that entry for you there. A huge thanks to everybody that's been in the live chat this evening. Thank you, Tim, for your continued contribution to the subscriptions. Simple Monk, thank you very much. It's 4 months that you've come with us. Ninja Blanchbox, who was lighting up the chat this evening. Hammer and Johnny for jumping in and chatting away. And our first-time chatter, mostly Martinez. Thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it. You help us make the show. And until next time, guys, we shall see you later.